Okay, so if you've never seen Friends, or honestly, even if you have, buckle up. Because I'm about to take you through one of the greatest TV shows ever made, and I'm going to do it fast, I'm going to do it with full respect, and I'm going to do it without crying. No promises on that last one. Let's go. So it all starts with Ross. Sweet, awkward, absolutely hopeless Ross Geller, who has had a crush on his sister Monica's best friend Rachel since what feels like the beginning of time. Right away in episode 1, Rachel comes running into Central Perk in a wedding dress. She just ditched her fiancé at the altar. She has no money, no plan, no idea what she's doing. And Ross looks at her like she just walked out of a dream. Classic Ross. Now before all of this, way back in college, we find out through flashbacks that Ross accidentally kissed Monica at Thanksgiving. Monica and Chandler met through Ross. And Rachel once hooked up with Chandler at a party. So from the very beginning, everybody in this friend group has some kind of weird, tangled history with everyone else. Which, honestly, very realistic. 10 out of 10. So here's who we are working with. You've got Monica, competitive, type A, incredible chef, and honestly the emotional backbone of the entire group. You've got Phoebe, free-spirited, genuinely bizarre in the best possible way, and she will look you dead in the eye and tell you her mother was reincarnated as a cat. You've got Joey, struggling actor, deeply loyal, and a man who has made it his life's mission to never turn down a sandwich. On the other side of the hall, Chandler, who deflects every single emotion he has ever felt with a sarcastic joke, and somehow it is always the funniest thing in the room. And then Ross, paleontologist, 3-time divorcee by the end of the show, and a man who truly cannot catch a break no matter how hard he tries. These 6 people become each other's entire world. And that's the whole show. That's the magic of it. Now let's talk about Ross and Rachel, because the entire series basically runs on this relationship. They finally get together, and it is everything. And then Rachel says she needs a break. Ross gets drunk. Sleeps with someone else. Rachel finds out. Break up, and thus begins the most iconic argument in sitcom history. We were on a break. Which Ross will not let go of for approximately the next 8 years of his life. Meanwhile, Joey lands a role on a soap opera, gets his character killed off because he fought with the writers, classic Joey, and then somehow bounces back every single time because that's just who Joey is. Chandler gets back with his on-again off-again girlfriend Janice. You know Janice. Oh. My. God. And then Phoebe, in what is possibly the wildest subplot in the whole series, agrees to be the surrogate mother for her half-brother and his wife. And carries triplets. Because Phoebe does not do anything small. Here's where things really start to move. Ross starts dating a woman named Emily. They fall in love embarrassingly fast, and they decide to get married in London. The whole group flies out. It should be a perfect wedding. And then Ross stands at the altar, looks Emily in the eyes, and says Rachel's name. The whole church goes silent. The whole audience loses their mind. It is one of the most chaotic, most unforgettable moments in TV history. And it is so perfectly Ross that you can't even be mad at him. Back in New York, Monica and Chandler, who had secretly gotten together in London, go public with their relationship. And honestly, the moment Monica and Chandler become endgame is the moment this show hits a completely different level. Because these two make sense in a way that is rare and real and genuinely beautiful to watch. By season 6, Ross and Rachel have a drunk Vegas wedding and immediately try to get it annulled. Chandler and Monica get engaged. Joey lands another TV role, and Rachel moves in with Joey after Phoebe's apartment catches fire, which leads to one of the funniest and most chaotic living situations the show ever does. Then comes the news that changes everything. Monica and Chandler find out they can't have biological children. It's one of the most emotionally honest moments in the entire series. And the way the show handles it, with real grief and then real hope, is exactly why Friends is more than just a comedy. They decide to adopt. And Erica, their birth mother, surprises everyone by delivering not 1, but 2 babies. Twins. Monica's reaction is everything. And now we are at the end. Season 10. The finale. Rachel gets offered her dream job, in Paris. She's going. She says goodbye to everyone. Everyone except Ross. And Ross, who has loved this woman since the very first episode, drives to the airport in a full panic. He gets there. He tells her he loves her. She gets on the plane anyway. And then, the phone rings. And Rachel says the 6 words that destroyed an entire generation. I got off the plane. If you have seen this scene, you know exactly what that moment feels like, and if you haven't, I'm not going to spoil it any further. Just go watch it right now. One last cup of coffee at Central Perk. 6 keys on the kitchen counter. The door closes. 10 years. 236 episodes. 52.5 million people watching the finale live. And a show that, 30 years later, people are still watching for the first time and falling in love with all over again. That is Friends. That is what it is. And if nobody has told you to watch it yet, consider this your sign. Oh, and they almost did a Joey spin-off. We don't talk about that. Subscribe, hit the like button, and I'll see you in the next one.